All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be going over potentially the strongest tool to use within the charts, and it's called the Fibonacci retracement tool. All right, if this is our first time meeting, my name is Kevin McCoy. I am the founder and creator of the Like-Minded Investor. With that being said, let's get right into it. Now, this is going to be my longest video to date because there's a lot to unpack within the Fibonacci. All right, so first and foremost, I need to pay a little bit of respect, right? These are my teachers. There is a conglomerate of teachers that I have learned the skill from. But these two right here, this is Mike Sotero and this is Curtis Cobain. All right, these two single-handedly, like I said, there's other teachers, but I vibed with these two and they literally taught me everything I know. And if you can ask anyone, this swaggy man right here is the Fibonacci king within our education. With that being said, let's get right to it. What is Fibonacci? Fibonacci, if you are not aware, Fibonacci is a number sequence that literally is in everything in life. Okay, they call it God's fingerprint for a reason, right? It's a sequence of numbers where you add the two previous before the one you're on. So 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. So on, so on. Okay. There is some great videos on the internet. All right, just put Fibonacci sequence and creation, God's fingerprint, the golden ratio. Did you know every sunflower has the same amount of rows in it? Because it's a completion of a life cycle. Every acorn, same thing. There is a sequence of life that works within life. It's called Fibonacci sequence. From beginning till end, you are in a Fibonacci sequence. And in earlier videos, I said that the markets move with the emotions of human beings. So, with that being said, since we have this literally built into our DNA, why would this tool not work wonderfully? Let's get right to it. I will go big on this one, right? Shrink it down a little. First of all, yours is not going to look like this unless you modify it. I will hit the settings so you can see what I use. And I'm going to take all the ones off. We don't need those for this learning purpose, right? Those are the numbers. These are the colors I use. Screenshot that and check it out. With that being said, within the markets, the zones that we are going to keep an eye on is this 236, this 382, the 50%, the 618, and these two reds, 786 and 886. Okay, that's almost all of them. With that being said, this 236, say price, we have our tool out. You know what? We're going to do it this way. Say price makes its move and begins to come back. Okay. You're using your Fibonacci tool. Now, when the market is trending, because it's a trending tool, okay, it's trending up, you're going to start from the bottom to the top. A little nursery rhyme that Kurt taught us. Swing from the low to the high. You're looking for a retracement to enter a buy. So low to high, looking for a buy. A little nursery rhyme. Good old Curtis. So, with that being said, if you draw it out and it hasn't even passed this 236, your Fibonacci is not active. It has to close, pass and close, okay, a closing candle below the 236. Price can come down in here, retrace, and close above the 236. This is not a valid fib, okay? But once we pass it, right, we are looking for it. You really just use this as a gauge for price. Okay. If it breaks the 382, it's more than likely coming to the 50%. If it breaks the 50% and closes, it's more than likely coming to the 618. All right. Now, a lot of times it'll come to the 50% 618. This is a zone within itself, very powerful zone. And then price typically from here begins to move up. Now, if it doesn't, our next zone and the strongest zone actually for the Fibonacci retracement tool is the 786, 886. Right? So you would map that out. So you map this out, okay? You have your two areas. Now, if this closes, chances are it's coming down to here for the strongest entry possible. All right. All of these have a certain cause and effect. I'm going to give you this. Okay. We got the 382. So when price comes to the 382, which is this one, and bounces off of it, it is a very strong trend. Okay. The normal trend, meaning price typically and normally will retrace 50% before it begins to continue. Okay. 618 is the golden ratio. It is a weak trend. All right. Usually when it hits that 618, I won't say usually, but if it closes below that 618 is a great indicator that the 786, 886 is going to pop. Now, why do they call it a weak trend? Well, when it reacts from this area, it has now wiped out 61% of that initial move, meaning that it is a weaker trend than just coming back 38% or a full 50% retracement. I hope that made sense. So when price typically closes below this 618, aka the golden ratio, you can typically expect price to come down to the 786, 886. It's a bit of a cheat code. Who's ready to go to the charts and check this out? Where are we at? Here's Bitcoin. All right. I just want to show you something here too. Okay, remember how I told you to go ahead and start finding little levels of where to enter, and then we got the rally, base, rally. All right. Let's just box up the rally, base, rally, and pull price over here. All right. Let's take this high and this rally, base, rally, and let's box that up. Okay. These are just smart money, right? This is a smart money concept. This is structure of price. This is nothing else but structure of the price action. Now, let's get the Fibonacci, and we're going from the low to the high, looking for a buy. See how this confluence works? We've got a 60% 618 in the buy zone that I mapped out. Now, if you get rid of this one, because technically this pulled here, so you go from the low to this high, and we got a 50% 618 right there. Price took off, right? Let's erase this so you don't get confused. Now let's pull one from here to here. Look how perfect that rally base rally is in the 50% 618. And our 80% sits on this zone, which just so happens to confluence from this pull, a 60% pullback within a 786, 886. All right. Now, those are possible zones. Let's go back in history. All right. We got a high, we've got a low. And yes, this works in reverse. So now we're pulling downward and the numbers flip upside down because you're looking for a retracement to 50%, 618, and or 786, 886. What happened right here? This is the big grand scheme of things. Okay. That was for selling pressure. What happened? We got the sell off. All right. It did break down farther and then run up. And when we ran into where price was supposed to break, it broke, but then it broke hard. And here we are way down here. Now I'm going to go back here. 2018. Watch how this 786, 886 and a 50% 618. Okay. We got a high, we got a low. Fibonacci, highest closing, oops, to the low. And look what happened. 786, 886 to AT for a massive sell-off. Okay. And if you look, it actually retraced back up and got the sell-off from the 618 down and then back up to the 786, 886 for a massive sell. Right? So now, oh, we'll get rid of this. Now we're going to pull from this down to here. Okay. 50% 618. Does anybody see that? Anybody see that? Sell opportunity, sell opportunity. This is human. This is built into the human DNA. Why would this not work within a market where human emotions run the markets? Right? Let's switch it up. We'll go from this high to this low. Is that a 60% or a 786? It's actually right in between. But again, 50%, 618 for selling pressure. And look what happened. All right. We could do this all day. Let's just do it quick. I don't even need to. Boom. 50%, 618. That means this was trending down strongly because it was not retracing back up to the 786, 886. That's a weaker trend. All right. Now, let's get rid of all these. And the gray zones were all Fibonacci levels for selling pressure. And look how accurate they are. Did it go above here? No. Did it go above here? No. Did it go above here? Barely, but then a huge sell-off. And the same here to the top of the zone and a massive sell-off. All right, guys. This was a quick introduction to Fibonacci, but I just wanted to get it out there of the power of these zones. I will be going over this a ton because this is the number one utilized tool that I use within my trading. It's very powerful, as you can see. Um, it goes off human emotion, and literally all these markets is money and human emotion. Like, comment, and subscribe if this brought you any value. Share it with a friend, family member, and we'll see you guys in the next video.